YouTube, what's good? We're back again. We're going to be doing a study today on Lofting Deadeye. Before we get going, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please leave a comment. Give me some ideas for future studies if you guys have abilities that you'd like me to try out. All these things help me get out into the algorithm. Just started the YouTube grind about 4 months ago. We're starting to get going. I'm trying to push as much content as I can. But yeah, today we're going to be testing out Lofting Deadeye. One of the things I like doing versus cover zero, I mean, I freeform as much as I can. I like to freeform my receivers open, but especially against cover zero, I try to freeform my receiver open depending on the type of leverage he has, whether it's inside leverage or outside leverage. I've noticed quite a bit this year, but more so recently in like the last 2 or 3 weeks, that there's been a lot more overthrows. I get receivers that have like a 3.5, 4 yard step on the DB, easy touchdown, green pass, ball gets overthrown by like 1.5 yards out of reach. It's frustrating because you don't get too many of those opportunities. I've been using Lofting Deadeye. I have seen a difference in terms of the increase in the amount of streaks that are being caught. So today we're going to test it out. Like I said in my YouTube video, went back to Jaden Daniels. We're rocking gift wrapped Lofting Deadeye for 1, which grants us perfect pass accuracy on lob and touch throws. And then we're going to be going Gunslinger. I think Gunslinger might have contributed to some of the overthrows because these quarterbacks are hopped up on Gunslinger. But I've noticed a difference with Lofting Deadeye. Today we're going to hit the practice field and we're going to do, say, 5 reps with Lofting Deadeye and then 5 reps without Lofting Deadeye going against cover zero. See you there. All right, so here we go. So the first set of reps we're going to run without Lofting Deadeye. I took the X factor off Jaden Daniels, which was dots. We don't want blue passes. That would defeat the whole purpose of this study, experiment, whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to run reps versus cover zero. This is the play art. I'm looking either to freeform to McLaurin or Djax, both of my receivers that are in tight. That's what I do versus cover zero. I look for a freeform depending on the leverage that my receiver has. So we're going to run, I would say, 5 reps without Lofting Deadeye, and then we'll go 5 reps with Lofting Deadeye. I just want to preface by saying that the one thing I've noticed without Lofting Deadeye is the inconsistency of the types of passes that I get in terms of being, like a perfect green pass, just being like a hair away from a blue pass versus like that light lime green color. So the inaccuracies are definitely more prevalent without Lofting Deadeye. And that's one thing that bothers me when I go against cover zeros, when I get a receiver open downfield and he's got about 3 yards on the DB and the ball gets overthrown, or sometimes it even gets underthrown with QBs that have 95 throw power. And you don't capitalize on an opportunity. So here we go. First rep without Lofting Deadeye. All right. Now, I took a little longer than I normally would in a game to throw that because my receiver got bumped and he got held up. Basically, I'm running 2-man under, and I have my safeties just in curl flats, and I moved them out of the way just so I could get a clean release. But McLaurin is more open. All right. Let's go. Let's do it again. All right. So for this next rep, I just man my safeties up on running back, and I'm just putting them on a flare. And again, it's essentially cover zero. We're going to go ahead and snap it. Rep number 2, no Lofting Deadeye. All right, so far we're 2 for 2. Not the most accurate of passes based on color arc. That's what we're going to call it. But they're getting there. All right, so here's rep number 3, no Lofting Deadeye. Djax got hung up. Reform this to the inside of McLaurin. All right, we're cooking right now without Lofting Deadeye. All right, so here's rep number 4 without Lofting Deadeye. Now, that's what happens to me quite a bit. I didn't pay attention to the arc, but it looked like it was a green pass. And it was actually a really good free form. When I first let it go, I didn't like it because I was kind of... Djax and McLaurin were kind of... they were too parallel with each other. See, McLaurin would have been the better option right here and just free-formed it to like the 50. Just put it over his left shoulder away. That's what I would have done in a game. I'm always looking for that left receiver, but I wanted to try a different freeform. Going to the inside receiver with two streaks like that can be dangerous because you're running them right into each other. But this was actually a really good throw because when I saw both receivers kind of merging into each other, I freeformed it to his outside shoulder. Beautiful freeform. Djax had more than enough of a step on him. This is what happens to me in games without Lofting Deadeye. It's just out of reach, and it looked like it was a green pass. All right, so here's the last rep. Okay. Good reps without Lofting Deadeye. So far, I would say based on what's happened here in practice mode, and again, practice mode's not consistent, I would say it's not worth the 1 AP. But in my situation with Jaden Daniels, gift wrapped is 1, gifts gunslinger's 4, so I'm already at 5. It only leaves me 1. I want to put it on my quarterback, so Lofting Deadeye is all I can fit. But I'm gonna go equip Lofting Deadeye. We're gonna come right back. Stay right here. All right, so here we go. We're back. I put Lofting Deadeye on Jaden Daniels. Going against Nickel Overstorm Brave, and I just put the middle linebackers in spies. So same deal. We're going to work on our lofting freeforms. What I'm really looking for here with Lofting Deadeye is to see what kind of color we get on the arc in terms of is it more consistent with Lofting Deadeye in terms of getting not blue passes, but those nice crisp like bright color greens where you know that you're just a hair away from blues, because that's what I've noticed in games that I've played. And the thing I want to preface too is this is practice mode. There's no RNG, DDA, dice rolls, randomness, things like that. Like in a game, you're going to have instances where you're going to get a receiver open downfield and you're going to overthrow it, you're going to underthrow it, the DB is going to undercut it and pick it off. In practice mode's inconsistent, but you don't have a lot of that dice roll stuff that you deal with in a game. But I think that's what I'm looking for, is just the consistency of the coloring on the arc. All right, so here is rep number 1 with Lofting Deadeye. All right, now, admittedly, I tried to highball that, and that's why it was red, because I highballed it. So I'm fired. I should be fired right off the rip. They should cut me off payroll for doing that, because selfishly I wanted to see if I could highball, because whenever you highball it shows that it's red. It could be the best pass in the world, you couldn't hand deliver it any better and it's still going to be red. So that's my bad. That rep doesn't count. No more highball freeforms. All right, so here comes rep number 2 with Lofting Deadeye. See, there's that green color, but it got underthrown, which makes no sense at all. All right, so rep number 2 with Lofting Deadeye. All right. And see, just as I suspected, you see that's 2 in a row, perfect green on the arc. So we're like just a hair away from the blue pass. That's what Lofting Deadeye gives us, is it's supposed to be perfect accuracy on lob touch passes, which is exactly what we're doing, which I like the reassurance of feeling like there's a higher chance that I'm going to complete these, lobbed freeform streaks versus 0. All right, so here we go. Rep number 3. I thought that was going to get underthrown, but again, that's 3 green passes in a row. And that's good to see, because I'm not changing my technique. Without Lofting Deadeye, my technique could be the same from one rep to the next. And I could go from dark green to a real light green to a yellow color. It's very inconsistent. All right, here we go. Rep number 4. On this one, I'm going to try to freeform the McLaurin over his left shoulder. So I'm going to freeform it at what feels like 11 o'clock. I didn't get a good freeform on that. That wasn't lobbed enough. Let's do that one over. All right, here we go. Another rep. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put prime time on the inside and we're just going to pretend like we have outside leverage. Hopefully that's the way that it goes right off the rip. And I'm going to freeform it over his left shoulder. No, I went to the inside based on leverage, but I waited longer than I normally would, and 93 throw power got the ball well downfield. How far was that? That was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It was 65 in the air. Like I said, I wanted to go to the outside, but you can see that we had inside leverage, so I freeformed it to the inside, and he got the ball downfield. 93 throw power. All right, last rep with Lofting Deadeye. So far, it's pretty unanimous, very consistent in terms of the accuracy. Freeform that to the outside. Beautiful green pass. So the takeaway is definitely more consistent with Lofting Deadeye in terms of the accuracy of these lob touch passes that you want to freeform downfield. In a game, are they going to be completed? I don't know, because you do have dice rolls. Things are more random in a game. I've noticed in the few games that I've used Lofting Deadeye, I say few, but it's probably been a handful, I'm completing more of these downfield freeforms. I'm not overthrowing as many. Once we started using Gunslinger, overthrows were a lot more prevalent. If you could fit the 1 AP, I like Lofting Deadeye, but if you can't fit the 1 AP, there's other abilities that I would focus on, like Master Tactician, Conductor. Those would be the two that I would be focused on. But if you can fit 1 AP Lofting Deadeye, it's something to consider. But hope you guys stuck through this. I hope it was helpful. These are helpful for me because I'm learning too, and I have these questions. And so lately, every time I get questions, I think, maybe I'll do a video on it. So if you guys could think of any more topics, let me know. Put some comments down there. Please like the video. Catch you guys next time. Have a good one.